So let's talk about HTML block level elements. So like I said before, if we look at div tags, p tags, and some other tags, you will see that although not all the tags, but some specific tags, you see that there are some tags that whenever you put them in, what they do is they create their own line. I think it's more like they fill in their own block, so you don't need to use anything like break or just anything to move it to another line. So, and that is what we are dealing with here. So when we say HTML block level elements, these are those elements that do such things. So if we look at h1 to h6 tags, those tags, that is what they do. P tags, they do the same thing. Div too, those are their functions. So those are their specific functions. You will normally find them doing that. Although the div tag is actually, although we'll discuss that later, but the div tag is actually very useful, to the point that you can almost use div tag anywhere in any code you are writing. You can almost use div tag anywhere, but the div tag functions, yes, but other tags, there are some things that some properties of the div tags that are removed, or I should just say they are not there, so you might need to style it into place. So but the div tag basically is very useful, so, and is one of those elements that take the full area of the page. That's why this kind of elements, or except the h1 to h5, you can store different tags inside them. Why do you do that? In order to make everything organized, especially the div tags. So that is what they do most of the times. So let's check the output. So you can see that they always start in a new line. So now let's also discuss the HTML inline elements. So we have said that before. Inline elements are used inside an element. So like I said before, that is what they do. They can stay on their own, but most of the times they are put into elements in order for them to have a stable structure and for them to stay okay on a web page. Because if you don't store them that way on a web page, your web page will look very bad and haphazard. So that is why I always emphasize that you need to understand the basics. If you don't, you will end up a disaster.